if Phil spills him again, we'll know that it's a Phil Viz and a coaching problem. If he messes him up, because hey, he can't use that excuse again about he's holding 15 pounds of water, because if that's the case, you just have him take a little bit of a diazide before he gets on the plane and stays hydrated.
Okay, so now we have to cover the Tampa Pro. So guys, this week will be a short podcast. We'll just check in with each other. We want to look over the Tampa Pro. I'm going to show some pictures now. And then we have to discuss briefly the Texas and what's going on there. But I think this Tampa Pro was really interesting. What should we start with? Well, no, let's start with men's bodybuilding. I only have 2 there. So I bet you have a strong opinion about this, Bostin.
Very strong. So strong that I even made a post on my Instagram.
Did you really? What did you say?
I just thought it was probably the worst political call I've ever seen.
Yeah, I thought you would say that. So just for the audience to know, that's Shaaban there. This is Chol Song, something like that, Korean guy. This is Max Charles Griffin, and Phil Clahar, who I think Bostin would have. I haven't talked to Bostin yet, but I expect he would have wanted him to win, and that's Ian Valliere. What did you think?
Yeah, man, I thought Ian was big. I thought Ian was full, and I thought he wasn't in shape. Not in the shape he should be in. I thought that his posing was off. He wasn't hitting his legs in his front shots. Everyone else was in their poses, and he was in their poses at the very end, barely hitting his poses. And somehow they favored this guy, and he somehow won the show with a weak back.
The back shot he got Phil sort of got him on, huh?
Oh, that's a bad shot, man. I don't know how you can
not in condition.
I don't know how you can give him a win after with this kind of look or from the back.
Can I comment on something as a non-bodybuilder? I'm just Ian. If you're listening to this, Ian, why do you ride the trunks up so much each time? I don't know. I know you're trying to show the definition, but bro, it's so.
Honestly, though, if his glutes were crazy shredded, I would. I mean, I'm a fan.
They
of
usually
that,
are.
But usually his glutes are a lot tighter than this. I mean, when he's at his best. If you compare these photos to when he was at the Olympia, his Olympia photos shit on these photos.
Did he grow though? He said he gained a lot of size.
Yeah, he put on 10 pounds of water.
You think it's just water? You don't think he?
No, he put on some muscle. He probably put on maybe 3 to 4 pounds of tissue. The rest is water and a little bit of fat. He was in really good condition at the Olympia. He didn't bring that here. And a lot of critics said it. Milo said he was off. A lot of people said he was off.
Isn't he one of the best white bodybuilders since Jay Cutler?
No, hell no.
Who's a better white bodybuilder since Jay Cutler?
Everyone that places ahead of him. I mean,
who does? I don't know. Can't think of somebody. Maybe he's the best blonde guy.
Like he's going to be going up against Steve Kuclo next week. Steve will beat him.
Okay, explain Steve to me. I don't have pictures of Steve, but explain this guy's physique to me, because when I see it,
Steve is a weird bodybuilder. He's a tall guy. He's 6'1", I think. He's very tall. He's big, but he just lacks the separation in his legs. But he'll beat Ian next week. I mean, I would be shocked if Ian. I mean, if Ian looks like this next week, there's no way he could beat Steve.
Oh, really? But Steve is Steve actually 6 foot, or is he one of those like 6 foot but he's 5'10"?
No, Steve is actually 6 foot.
Oh, so he's big. He's actually big.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these guys say they're 5'10", but they're actually 5'9", which I only noticed because
like Ian. I think Ian's 5'9".
Ian's 5'9". Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm gonna just look through. What did you think of Phil?
So this is the guy that I had winning the show easily.
Me too.
That's a bad shot for him though, Leo.
It's just because of his abs, I think.
No, he's not fully in the shot.
Oh, really? Yeah, these are not great pictures. The back should probably be good. This guy's back, when you compared it to Ian, his back is like significantly.
It's like this should be lights out right here, right when they turned around, you know?
Yeah, when they used to judge shows from the back, you would think that this guy, I mean, the level of back mass compared to Ian was crazy, right? But his legs weren't quite as good. He was just in better condition, I think, right?
Correct. He's not as heavily muscled in the lower body, but his shape, his structure, his condition was way better than Ian's.
And he's 47.
47, yeah.
That's insane. Insane. Yeah, this guy was so impressive. Apparently he was upset, they said, with the loss, which I understand.
Dude, when they called him in second, he was 100% upset. You could see it in his face, and rightfully so, man. They screwed him hard.
It's weird how you got to earn.
You missed the third place guy.
No, yeah, I'm going through them. Yeah, but I went randomly. Sorry about that. Wait, what?
So Phil got second, and then Charles Griffin got third.
Yeah, Charles. Yeah, Charles got. I wanted to talk about Charles. I need your opinion on this. I'm very confused. So, with all due respect, like I'm like him. I have a short torso, so I don't think I could ever be a bodybuilder. I have a short torso. What do you think of this look? Like,
That's a bad shot for him because his midsection.
when my wife saw this, she said like most of his legs are in between his legs, and then she said that she even noticed this. Like, from the side, he's crazy though because of the arm, huh?
He's improved, man. He's definitely improved. He's a little bit flat. He works with Matt Jansen. He's a little bit flat. I saw him tighter a couple weeks, like a week or two out, and with his glutes were in more a couple weeks ago. And I think that's due to the fact that he wasn't flat and his muscle was pushing against the skin. When I'm looking at these photos, I think he's just flat. It's not a conditioning issue though, but you could tell his glutes are not fully in.
But isn't it a shape issue?
His shape from the front, yeah, 100% his midsection. But, if he came in fuller, he would look a lot better.
He has insane arms, though. I talk about arms.
His arms are nuts, yeah.
Nuts, yeah, crazy. Especially for those side shots with the arms that he posted on his.
Yeah, even that back shot, he's better than Ian.
Yeah, his back shot was good. Now, did Max come in off? People said he came in off.
He wasn't as good as when he was in Chicago, but
he was really good in Chicago.
He wasn't the same as he was in Chicago. Yeah.
Randomly, my computer is
go to these photos. Yeah, let's see.
Frozen.
Yeah, see, he's not as good as he was in Chicago.
It says my internet connection is unstable. I'm sorry about that, buddy. I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid of disconnecting it and screwing it up.
Yeah, so, he's not as dry.
So he has high lats, huh?
Yeah, very high lats. But when he's in shape, like when he's peeled, everything pops. But I think they just did. Him and Milos probably tried to do something crazy. They probably tried to do like some crazy insulin load. Well, I know they use insulin. I mean, everyone that works with Milos loads on insulin.
Yeah, but he has a pretty physique, though. You got to admit, because of the waist.
No, I like the physique. I think they overlook him every time.
I really felt like he was overlooked too.
I mean, you could say he could beat. You could say he's better than Charles.
I mean, they're both impressive, but his physique is more pleasing to the eye, I think, right?
Yeah. Like if he came in like he was in Chicago, he could have won. He could have won the show if he came in the way he was in Chicago.
I don't think they would have let him. I feel like there was.
Oh no, I don't think they would have allowed it to happen. But I'm saying physique-wise.
Yeah. Not take anything away from Ian, but I feel like a little bit there's some preference there going on. I want to look real quick because I want to give attention to the awesome Arab bodybuilders that have been really so.
This guy impresses me from the front, but he falls apart from the back.
From the back, he used to have a good back shot. I thought in earlier. Oh,
look how soft he is.
He was soft here, but he's got a lot of muscle, huh?
Oh, he has a lot of muscle.
Who's coaching him?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I have no idea.
Because I feel like if he gets under the hands of the right coach, this guy can become deadly. Look at those quads.
Oh, yeah, dude. If this guy is shredded, he would win the show.
Yeah, I talked to him. Unfortunately, I got really busy. I was going to meet him, and he was in Orange County or somewhere here. I was going to meet with him and interview him in Arabic, but I unfortunately got really busy.
Oh, he knows Arabic?
Yeah, he speaks only Arabic.
Oh, he doesn't even speak English?
No. He's Egyptian and he lives in Russia.
Oh, I was going to ask you, Leo, when you respond to people in Arabic, how do you respond in Arabic when you don't have a keyboard for it?
Have you seen that?
Yes.
I have. You just switch the keyboard. I memorized where all the letters are, so I don't even need to have the keyboard. I just switch the language to Arabic and I write in English, but I know where the letters are.
That's crazy, man.
It must look like squiggly weird stuff to you, huh?
Yeah, I don't understand, obviously.
So he came off this time, huh? Mohammad El Shaaban.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been off the last couple times, but hey, he's been dieting all year, huh?
Yeah, both of them, they have the highest points. Those two.
Yeah, man, but look how, Leo, that has to be unhealthy. Like, let's be honest, like being on trend for the whole year at high dosages with like high dose Winstrol, because these guys aren't coming off the drugs because these shows are every couple weeks.
They're competing like those guys in the 90s, just one after the other.
That can't be healthy, huh?
What's scarier than that is the constant dehydration that they got to go through, one after the other.
Show, yep.
That's a kidney killer.
You don't think staying on harsh drugs all the time, I mean, like they're going to raise their blood pressure and stuff?
Of course, but we know that for sure. Like a lot of people are on those drugs anyway year round. But But imagine the dehydration that they got to go through repeatedly, like weeks in a row. You know, and then they got to stay a bit dehydrated between the competitions. I don't think they fully gain all their water back.
It depends if their show's like a week later, which, like, let's say
Ian now
got the Tampa Pro, the next week is the
Texas.
Yeah,
exactly. But listen, can you tell me, does this guy have the potential to be a top 3 guy in the Olympia?
I 100% think so.
Right?
If he was shredded with a little bit more muscle, I 100% think so.
I really think
he has all the body parts.
They overlook him too, to be honest.
Well, he should have won that show versus Patrick Moore. Do you remember that when he?
Yeah, that's the one I was talking.
He got screwed at that one.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking about. Okay, so wait, where's I wanted to see this Chol guy. Oh, I don't have pictures of him. So the Korean guy that I sent you a picture of. What was the deal with that? Did you see the glutes? I just sent you that video.
His glutes have always been like that. You know who we could ask about that, Leo?
Who?
When we have Alex Kuclo on here, because Alex used to train him.
No way. Okay, that would be great. Because that guy,
Alex about that.
That guy's arm is huge. I never seen an Asian.
He has the best on that stage. He had the best shape. If he was shredded, Leo, he could have been. We could have won that show. Me and Ariella said he has the most potential of anyone there, but he's just not. He wasn't in shape from the back. From the back, especially, I know his glutes weren't in at all. No, nothing. I almost thought that he had injections in them to make them bigger. And he was wearing diaper trunks. Yeah. But that guy's arm, when he does a bicep, he has the 2 peaks on the bicep visible. But I was thinking maybe it was because, Koreans like those. There's that other Korean guy. You ever seen him online that has the fake muscle? No, I didn't know he's fake. Oh, I got to show you him after. There's this Korean guy with fake muscles, like Rich Piana. So I was wondering if he was. But that Korean guy lives in Thailand, right? He trains with Tony Huge, right? I don't think he lives in Korea. No way. I'll ask Tony about it. Ask Tony, because Tony's posted videos with him. By the way, we should have Tony back on the show. I missed that guy. It's fun to talk to him. Yeah, he's awesome. Hey, so I didn't see these pictures. I wanted to see what happened to Guy, because I heard that he placed in what call out did he come? Third call out, I think. Oh, his beard is white, huh? I didn't realize that. Fully gray. That's why Fuad always is teasing him about dyeing it. Man, Fuad can't dye his own beard. The thing is still gray. I don't understand. What are you doing dyeing it? Half dyeing it? It looks like crap. Fuad's beard looks like salt and pepper. Dye it or don't dye it. I don't get what this in between, like I'm dyeing it but not dyeing it, but you know that I'm dyeing it. I don't understand. Hey, he looks good here from the side. Maybe not a little watery, right? But his chest looks fantastic. He's too small, Leo, and he's just old. His body looks old. I'm glad they put him where he belonged, though, Leo. I was afraid just because it's Guy Cisternino and he's friends with everyone and he nut hugs the whole industry that he was going to place high because he's all, in cahoots with the judges and he knows everyone. I thought that they were going to place him higher, but I'm glad they gave him. I think that at this point they're trying to hint at him to retire. Because usually he places higher than he should. Usually this guy, they give him gifts, and it's because he kisses everyone's ass, but I'm glad they did this. He has some crazy hamstring, though, huh? What is that? Yeah, but back when he was younger, it was even better. But he never had, big arms, right? No, he was never really impressive. Go to his back shot. Look at his glutes and hams, dude. Oh, but also the back, man. That's not a big back. Yeah, no, that's he has a very flat back. It's like a board. But it's not, it's high. What's a horrible shot from? Leo, you didn't even get his worst shots. His worst shots are his front lat spread and his back lat spread. They're terrible. No way. Yeah, but this back is actually shocking me because it's some people that don't compete have bigger backs. Yeah, no, his upper body is not impressive at all. But I love Guy, by the way. I think he's, I see him on the Fuad podcast. I only watch the podcast if he's on it. And when he's on it, I go watch it because I love the way he is. You're a fan of him? See, I know people that have had actually personal experience with him, and he's just, yeah. Oh, I don't know anything about him. I just see him on the podcast. He seems so honest and straightforward. But you saw that, he's just, I don't know, man. You talking about that gym thing? Well, that too, but I mean, I've talked to people that had personal experience with him. He's a lot of those guys on Fuad's channel put on a facade. I'll tell you that. Well, we know that Fuad does himself. You know what I discovered recently? We've been calling Fuad food,
But do you know that in New York, food means like a prey, like enemy, like gangsters call people food before they attack them? I didn't know this. I spent the last week watching this weird channel called The Quiet Room, which is like they interview like black gangsters from New York, and I kept hearing them say like that dude is food. I'm saying dude instead of the real word that they're using, but that dude is food. And I'm like, wait, Fuad's there? Then I realized that everybody in New York calls like enemies food.
Funny.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. But the last one I wanted to look through was Classic Physique. I didn't get all of them here because I know the winner, he was 20. I'm not into Classic Physique, but this guy has an incredible physique. I didn't really know about him, man. Look at that. Insane. I mean, this is maybe
he wasn't in shape.
Not a good, well, obviously Phil Spill had his way with him. He spilt him real good.
In Phil's defense, I'll give Phil, because, Phil worked with the guy who I had winning the Tampa Pro. He worked with the Phil Clahar guy. I don't know if you know that.
Wait, he prepped him?
Yes, Phil Viz prepped Phil Clahar, okay?
Oh, no way.
But I'm going to make it, I don't make excuses for Phil because I'll tell you this. Phil nails maybe 1 out of 100 preps. There's only 2 guys that he's ever nailed. It's Phil Clahar at the Tampa Pro and James Hollingshead. Those are the 2 guys. So literally every 100 preps he has, he maybe will nail 2 guys. Literally. Everyone else he spills. But the excuse for this guy is Phil only worked with him for a month.
I thought he only worked with him. I thought he makes everyone spill. That's impressive that he got Phil Clahar, but maybe more of a testament to Phil Clahar than him. Yeah, but
you're gonna hit the nail on the head every once in a while.
Yeah, by accident. But this guy,
exactly. Like you're gonna throw a bunch of shit at a client. But I hope, because I think Phil is gonna do Tampa. I think Phil Clahar is gonna do Tampa. I hope Phil Viz doesn't try to do something different than he did at the Tampa Pro. If he was smart, he would do the same exact carb up, same exact thing that he did for this show. He wouldn't change a thing.
Now, normally Phil has an immediate excuse when he fails. So what was his excuse for this one?
He did have an excuse. He made a long post. Oh, you're blocked, aren't you?
I'm blocked.
He made a long post saying that this guy held 15 pounds of water when he got off his flight.
Ah, of course. Or 32 IUs of GH or some other excuse.
Yeah, he said this guy held 15 pounds of fluid right when he got off the flight and he couldn't get off him. Always excuses. But like I said, man, in Phil's defense, this guy has had so many coaches and nobody has been able to really dial this guy. And supposedly he cheats on his diet and he's a head case. I mean, all of his sponsorships end up dropping him because, supposedly he's a head case. But
hey, are his arms real?
Yeah, I think so. I think he just has crazy genetics.
Right? I mean, I've never seen that ratio before.
Dude, can't this guy beat Bumstead if he was shredded?
That's what I'm thinking. This guy has the show if he's shredded, right?
If he's shredded, he could beat. If he's in Chris Bumstead condition, he could beat Chris.
I think so, absolutely. And also, they say he's tall.
Very tall. I think he's like my height.
No way. Then he could win. How could he?
Well, Chris is my height too.
Can you explain something to me? There's another guy called Logan Franklin, which I don't have pictures of, but I explain this to me, Bostin, because there's so much hype around him, and when I see the pictures, they're like he has perfect lines. I'm like, he has a normal waist.
That guy's overrated.
He's not wide, normal waist. I don't get it, but he poses just like
that guy. Just has a following because his looks, but no, he's a good-looking dude, but no, his physique is not that great.
Yeah, I didn't understand it at all.
He obviously has a good physique, but it's not going to compare to. I don't think he's ever going to get a top 5 at the Olympia.
Does he have a good? Not for a bodybuilder, maybe for somebody who goes to the gym, but.
Well, he does classic. No, I'm not saying he has a pro physique. I don't think he does because he remember he started out in men's physique and then went to classic. He started out as a men's physique guy.
I was about to say he looks like a men's physique guy, not a classic.
That's how he
guy.
got his following is for men's physique.
Interesting. Now, what do you think so in the Texas Pro, you think Kuclo is going to win?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I do. I mean, unless he's like way off.
Yeah, they wouldn't give it to Ian twice in a row, I think, and screw up Kuclo coming for the Olympia.
It depends if Kuclo's off and Ian's finally on, maybe. But if they're both around the same, no, they'll probably give it to Kuclo because Ian already got the qualification, so they want multiple guys.
Now, that guy I just mentioned, Logan Franklin's also going to Texas, and so is Steve, I think, Laureus. So it should be interesting. Uh-oh. My internet is crazy. This is ridiculous.
Phil made the excuse that you're freezing up again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so if Phil spills him again, we'll know that it's a Phil Viz and a coaching problem. If he messes him up, because hey, he can't use that excuse again about he's holding 15 pounds of water, because if that's the case, you just have him take a little bit of a diazide before he gets on the plane and stays hydrated, and that fixes that issue. But if he fucks up Phil Clahar, everyone's gonna go crazy on him, because when Steve Laureus spilled, everyone went crazy on Phil, saying he sucks as a coach. Everyone in the comments was bashing him. Everyone on all the bodybuilding media. And then when he nailed Phil Clahar, everyone was like, "Oh, Phil, he got." So Phil Clahar really did save Phil Viz.